We're here with Scott Rogers, professor of law and director of the Mindfulness program at the University of Miami's Law School. Scott, tell us what you're up to with mindfulness in the law nowadays.
Hi, Jim. Thanks very much for asking and for your interest in what we're up to here at Miami Law. For a number of years, we've been attending to ways that we can integrate mindfulness in a meaningful way into the law school curriculum. And so we have a variety of classes, namely mindful ethics, mindfulness in leadership, and mindfulness in law, that are offered to second and third year students to introduce them to and allow them to deepen their understanding and connection to mindfulness as they embark on their legal careers. We also have a class that's offered to 1L students or first semester students that is a general introduction to mindfulness called Jurasight that offers them insights and practices that they can bring to bear in this exciting first semester of their life in law school. We also have what are called mindful spaces, which are opportunities for informal practice. So, for example, once a week, we have a mindful walk around the lake with our Dean of Students, Janet Stearns, a 30-minute mindful sitting with a wonderful colleague of mine on the faculty, Alex Schemmel, and a student who is the head of the mindful student organization called the Insightful Mind Initiative, Jonathan Erbstein, leads a mindful sitting practice where students listen to electronic dance music in a concentrated form. We also have the opportunity here at the university to interact with a wonderful colleague, Amishi Josh. He's a cognitive neuroscientist, where we do research together, looking at the ways that mindfulness can be brought meaningfully into high-stress groups and looking at the efficacy, in particular, of short-form practices. In that regard, there's also collaboration with the criminal justice system as we are exploring ways that we can bring mindfulness trainings to groups that need it very much and look at issues like recidivism. And those are some of the ways that we are drawing upon mindfulness here at the law school and bringing it broadly into the community and the criminal justice system. And as well, we have it where we are working with and have the wonderful opportunity to have members of our community, lawyers and judges, who are experienced with mindfulness, who come to the law school and speak in the mindfulness and law class, for example, on their experience with mindfulness, practicing mindfulness and bringing it into their lives. And wonderful lawyers like Harley Tropin and Paul Singerman and wonderful judges like Alan Gold and Chris McLilly come and share that information, those experiences, which can be hugely inspiring to our law students and the members of our law school community.
That's terrific. That's a lot of cool stuff. I hear you have some interesting things emerging in 2016. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I'm very excited about something that our Florida Bar President, Ray Abedin, his brainchild, which is to have the Florida Bar Journal, which is the journal that's disseminated throughout Florida to all of the members of the Florida Bar, and there's quite a few of us, focused specifically on mindfulness. And so the spring edition is going to be a mindfulness issue. In addition to the lead articles, which will be exploring mindfulness written by extraordinary leaders in our field, I'm also excited that we're going to have a section that has lawyers in Florida and throughout the country who practice mindfulness and have for a period of time, talk about mindfulness stories of where they found mindfulness to be helpful to them in the day-to-day practice of law, as well as by judges. And then the collection of them will also be offering mindfulness tips for ways of bringing mindfulness meaningfully into their day. Also, we're looking forward to, as 2016 unfolds, doing more and more work, bringing mindfulness to the legal profession. The law school is engaging in ways of bringing programming to various law firms, as well as to be doing mindfulness in law retreats, such as the ones that we're doing in collaboration with the Canyon Ranch, and of course in legal education, to be finding ways, and there's wonderful colleagues around the country that are doing this work in law schools of making mindfulness a meaningfully rich part and richer part of the lives of our law students and future lawyers. Because, in many ways, I think the law and the legal profession is a mindfulness expression. It is a structure to offer wisdom and compassion to a system that suffers. And the legal profession today, perhaps more than ever, is itself suffering. And so the guardians of this wonderfully important part of our society and our culture is struggling. And so I think it's going to be very important to see how it is that as mindfulness is being brought into the legal profession can perhaps even more meaningfully fulfill its fundamental mission.
Scott, that's very inspiring to hear. Are there ways you can suggest that Mindful can help support this important work in 2016?
Well, first, please keep doing what you're doing because it's making a huge impact. I think that it's informative, it's creative, it's authentic. Among lawyers in particular and members of the legal profession, I would have to say keep doing what you're doing because it's all relevant and you're already touching on and moving into areas that connect deeply to the criminal justice system, to issues of bias, to things that really matter to lawyers and members of the legal profession more broadly, as well as society. And I would say, to be able to offer from time to time articles and conversations that connect very directly to the lives of lawyers and judges.
Scott, thank you very much.